The other generalization I keep hearing is, well, all these women are just gold diggers. Like, okay, fine. Let's even say some of these women are gold diggers. You guys have to admit that you guys were afraid of gold diggers way before this even happened. It's hard for us to hear you guys complain about gold diggers, because when you guys complain about gold diggers, to us it kind of just sounds like you're bragging. We're like, all right, well, a lot of reason you have all that gold is because you have the advantage of being a guy, especially if you're in the goods and services industry. A lot of reason you have all that money is because we buy a bunch of shit we don't fucking need. So if I'm dating the head of Sephora and I gold dig him, I'm not using him for his money, I'm using him for my money. That is my money. I'm just trying to get that shit back. I feel like you gold digged me first. Bronzer should not be $90. When guys complain about gold diggers, it's tricky because to us the solution is so obvious. It's like, if you're worried about gold diggers, I have an idea. How about just date women with their own fucking gold? I don't know, maybe stop dating 18-year-olds that need a Kickstarter campaign just to eat dinner. Maybe just date adults with jobs. I don't know. Also, it's very ironic to me when guys complain about gold diggers, because you know you were the original gold diggers, right? You know your great-great-grandfathers got a bunch of shovels and started digging up actual gold before women were allowed to leave the house. I would love to dig for gold the old-fashioned way and get like a pickaxe, like a salad strainer, and go get my own gold, but you guys took it all, and you refused to share, so now we're gonna have to do this the hard way. And be in a bad relationship for 2 years and hope that you cheat on me.
There's also a very powerful movement going on right now on the internet that, you know, women are kind of, you know, coalition building in a very cool way. I'm talking about the hashtag no makeup. You can search it if you don't believe me, but some brave women are mustering up all their courage, and they will post a photo onto the internet in which they are wearing no makeup whatsoever. I'm serious. Okay, but when they post the photos, they'll always make a big announcement in the caption. They'll be like, in the following photograph, I, Cassandra, am not wearing any makeup. And then the whole internet is like, oh, good lady, your bravery is unparalleled. Oh, we thank you, Cassandra. Please check your DMs. It just annoys me too, because in the no makeup photos, they never fully look shitty. You know, like they're always still in the splits in a bikini or something, like no makeup. Partial credit. And then the guys fall for it every time. It's a thirst trap, it's a trick. And there's always some guy riding into the comments on a horse like he's the Lone Ranger. He's like, ooh, 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 ooh. He tips his leather hat. He's like, dear Cassandra, I actually think you look better without makeup. Cassandra's like, thank you. Mission accomplished. Thank you. If you really want to piss off a really hot girl, like a model hot girl, go into her social media, find a photo where she just looks smoking hot. And you're just a regular girl, go into her comments and just be like, people say I look just like you. She'll be like, no!
Guys, any of you that are engaged, just know that your fiance has already planned your entire wedding on Pinterest, okay? She's planned your wedding, future vacations, your fucking funeral, man. It's on Pinterest. And we don't do it when you're looking, no, because if you saw how creepy we got with Pinterest, you wouldn't have us. We do it under the cloak of night. We wait. We get a pumpkin spice latte and we go in. And we log on to Pinterest. Gentlemen, just so you know, Pinterest for girls is like Call of Duty for guys. I got a fucking headset on, talking shit to 14-year-olds in Michigan. First person pinning pictures of Channing Tatum like he's mine. Pin. We get into it. You get in these like creative downward spirals of just like pinning. Am I looking at porn? Pin. I'm not even sure at this point. Natural water birth. Why am I pinning that? Pin. Looking outside 6 hours, 7 hours, 24 hours later. You open the mini blinds. It's sunny outside. Keep pinning for the glory. Babe, come in here. I want to show you what I'm pinning for my wedding. Our wedding. Oops. Come in here. I want to show you. I have all these fun ideas. I think we should do a chocolate waterfall, but instead of chocolate, we should do bridesmaids' tears. I think it's fair. It's only fair. I want to show this to you. Pin. Come in here. Ryan gives a shit what your name is. I'm getting married. I want to show this to you. I like this. Do you like the pink napkins or the red napkins? I think there's a difference. I'm so stressed out and I don't know what I'm doing. Do you think I'm pretty? I don't know what the theme should be, okay? You know what the theme should be? That your mom's a bitch. That's what the theme should be. This is so hard. But I want to do it anyway because I love you so much and it's going to be amazing. Fucking do it, man. I'm going to be on them. All these ideas. We should do a swan. No. We should do a dove. No. We should do a swan made of doves. Babe, will you Google human centipede but for doves and see if we can sew them together ATM style? Yes, I know what ATM is. I've seen your porn. I love you anyway. I want to fucking dum. I'm getting married before my sister. I want to show this to you. And what? Yes, I'm wearing a diaper. I'm not getting up. I want to show this. It's going to be amazing. And I babe. Is it cold outside?
Now, I want to tell you a story about a terrible conversation I had at the dog park once. This bloke just walks up to me. I mean, he had a dog. He wasn't just being creepy. He had context. And I want to tell you this. It's not pertinent to the story, but I want you to know his dog had shoes on. And his dog did not want to have shoes on. Because he's doing that like... And it was a whippet situation, and they're shaky at the best of times. So we don't know why. Are they cold? Are they nervous? We don't know. But it was like it was a lot. Now, it's not important to the story, but it was a lot in my periphery. So I just want you to know. Added stress. Now, this was my friend's icebreaker. We'd never met. This was his icebreaker. He said, did you know it takes less muscles to smile than frown? Now, the men in the audience are sitting there going, oh, you've experienced an isolated incident. And the women are sitting there going, oh, for fuck's sake. And non-binary folk are like, is that a hard day for you, is it? Now, as far as icebreakers go, it's a fucking shit one. Basically, what he's saying is, your face is wrong, can you change it? Like, honestly, and even if I gave him the benefit of the doubt, right, and truly believe that energy consumption was his chief concern, that he was just looking at me going, if only she knew. She could live her best life. She could get so much more out of a day. If only she knew. Like, even if I believed that, the thing is, I was neither smiling nor frowning. My face was neutral, which takes fuck all muscles. And now I am aware that my neutral face is not particularly chipper. Like, I do look like someone stabbed a potato with a spoon upside down. Honestly, like... no muscles. Neutral. Now, I have resting bitch face. That's what it's called. That's what's colloquially known as resting bitch face. Only women have resting bitch face. Men simply have very important thoughts you best not interrupt them having. Like, honestly, no one has ever gone up to a man what is a stranger and gone, cheer up, love may never happen. No. As far as icebreakers go, that was a bit shit. You know how I responded? I started frowning. I started using muscles I'd had no intentions of using just moments earlier. But he thought it went very well, so he stepped the conversation up another notch and he said, what is your dog's name? Classic. And I responded by saying, Doug, because he's only Douglas when he's in trouble, I discovered. Now, when I said Doug, this man's response was a little much. He's basically, I said, Doug, and he's gone, ah, good one. And I said, it's not. I don't know why. I think I was still in Frownland, and I was like, it's not a good name. And he said, it is. So I said, it's not. So this is what's happening. I'm having an argument with a stranger in the dog park about whether or not my dog's name is good, and I'm not on the side you'd assume I'd be on. And his dog had shoes on. We had more important things to talk about. But he said, we're going, it's a bad name. It's a good name. Eventually he's like, look, it's a good name because Doug, dogs dig, Doug. Now, it was a singularly humiliating moment as a professional comedian to have my own joke that I hadn't even thought of explained back to me. As if I had thought of it, but just forgot. Like, I didn't notice. I'd had Doug for over a year. Hadn't fucking clocked that his name was a pun. Humiliated. So I did what any reasonable, mature person would do. I lied. I said no. His name's Douglas, and I named him after the pouch of Douglas, I will have you know. And he said, what is the pouch of Douglas? And it's a fair question because the pouch of Douglas is an obscured situation. So I explained. I said, the pouch of Douglas is a bit of potential space that exists, and it's situated between the anal cavity and the uterus in the female biological sex reproductive environment. At the dog